What it do, my boy? It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. I hope y'all staying wavy out there. Let's get it. I wanted to talk to y'all about two hip hop artists that dropped new albums very recently. I'm talking about like within the last week. And I got a chance to listen to both albums start to finish. And I had a very important topic about these rappers that I wanted to tell you guys about, just to really open up people's perspective on the black community and hip hop and artists and basically just people living in their ego, people worrying about what people think about them, and how worrying about what other people think about them can literally stop people from evolving. Now, the two rappers that I want to talk to you guys about is Pusha T and Future. So Pusha T and Future recently have dropped new albums, and I think Pusha T is 42 years old. He could be older, but I believe he's 42 years old. And I know for a fact that Future is 38 years old. So you got one guy who's in his early 40s, and you got another guy that's in his late 30s, going to be 40 in about a year, right? Now, I'm going to start off the video being positive, okay? I loved Pusha T's new album. It's Almost Dry. I love Pusha T's new album, bro. I can listen to it start to finish. Amazing album. You know what I'm saying? Future's album was okay. I liked a couple joints off of there. I want to say I liked about maybe 4 or 5 records out of the entire album. Didn't enjoy the Drake features, unfortunately. I expected more from Drake, but I don't know. I just think that Drake has gotten to the point in his career where he realizes that it doesn't matter what he puts out. Whatever he puts out, people are going to eat it up. That's how big Drake has gotten in his career. Drake's done everything, man. Drake has done literally everything you could possibly do as a successful rapper. So shout out to Drake. I'm sure there's other people out there that enjoyed the verses on the album. But let's get into the real topic of the video, guys. There's one major thing that I noticed about Pusha T's album and Future's album. And what I noticed is a lack of growth, a lack of maturity, a lack of evolving, and a lack of showing these things in their music. The reason why I'm such a fan of artists like Big Sean and Jay-Z and even Eminem and Nas and Wale, the reason why I'm a fan of artists like that, even, artists like, rest in peace, DMX, who's my favorite, rapper of all time. Who else? Lupe Fiasco, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm a fan of artists like that is because these artists have shown growth in their music as they've gotten older. Jay-Z and Nas are not talking about the same things they were talking about 10, 20 years ago. They're talking about what's going on in their life right now. You know what I'm saying? And especially shout out to Nas, who just won a Grammy last year for the first time in his career. King's Disease 1 and 2, great albums. I could listen to both those albums start to finish. But yeah, for some reason, Pusha T and Future, they failed to, reflect their life right now in their music. You got Pusha T, who's making the same type of music that he was making when Grinding came out. He's still talking about how he used to sell cocaine and how he's the biggest cocaine drug dealer, and how he's the guy literally said he's cocaine's Dr. Seuss on his new album. And this is a man that is 42 years old. He's 42 years old. He's married. He just had his first kid. And you don't hear him talking about any of these things in his music. Not one song on this new album is talking about his son, talking about his wife, talking about how things are with him and his brother who was a part of Clips, Malice. You don't hear him talk about any of these things. He's talking about when he was selling drugs before he got on in rap. And don't get me wrong, it sounds good. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not saying it's trash. I love it. But it's just weird knowing that this guy is not sharing who he is right now and what he's doing right now in his music. And it's not like Pusha T is one of the most relevant artists in the game right now. I mean, he's never sold that many records as far as albums. He's never been out here having platinum albums and platinum singles and shit like that. He's always just been a popular street artist. Right? And that's not taking anything away from his ability. I think Pusha T is one of the dopest gangster rappers of all time. Is he in my top 5 overall? No. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about Future, right? Future, 38 years old, right? He's rapping about the exact same things he was rapping about 10 years ago, because Future didn't really start blowing up until his late 20s. He's talking about the same shit he was talking about on Monster and all those other mixtapes that he put out back to back when he started really catching on fire and getting a big buzz. He's talking about the same shit. He got one verse on the album. I fuck her in the ass till she pee. Really? Really? Then he got that one song talking about nothing with him and Gunna and Young Thug talking about nothing. And it's like, yo, this is a man that's 38 years old. You got about 25 kids, might have number 26 and 27 on the way, who knows? You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of damn kids, you're almost 40 years old, and you're not talking about any of those things on your album. You're not talking about none of your kids, you're not talking about none of your baby mamas, you're not talking about, where you're at in life right now. I mean, listen guys, Future has publicly admitted that he doesn't do drugs in an interview. He just raps about it because he knows that's what people are doing. This man is 38 years old, still making records, because there's songs on the new album where he's talking about taking drugs when he's already told the world, I don't do drugs, I don't sip lean, I don't do none of that. But yet he's rapping about taking drugs. He's rapping about what he was doing in the streets, selling dope, how he got shooters, how he got killers. Do you guys notice, and I want you guys to think about this, do you guys notice the only kid that Future has talked about on one of his records is the one that actually caught a charge? Do you guys not know that? He has a record where he's talking about one of his sons catching a charge for doing something that's against the law. You don't ever hear Future reference his son that's named Future that he had with Sierra. You don't hear him reference that. You don't hear him reference his son like that. I don't think he's ever done it. You don't hear it. And it's amazing to me how, because when you really think about it, this is basically a 38-year-old man that still has the mentality of a nigga that's in his early to mid 20s. Because he's making the same type of music he was making when he first came out. He's making the same type of music that the younger artists like Gunna and Young Thug and Lil, Now, I'm going to say this. I was going to say Lil Baby, but Lil Baby actually talks about some real shit in his music. So, I'm not going to say Lil Baby. Shout out to Lil Baby. I fuck with Lil Baby. He actually talk about some real shit in his records if you're really listening. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of seems like Pusha T and Future are still trying to fit in with the younger artists. They're still trying to be young. They're still trying to be who they was 10 years ago. And in all actuality, you can't be who you were 10 years ago. You can't. And you not showing the maturity and the growth in your music is a disservice to not only yourself, but it's a disservice to your fans. Because your fans deserve to hear that growth and maturity in your music. They don't have to listen to what you was already rapping about 10 years ago. They got the younger artists for that. If they want to listen to that, they can listen to Young Thug. They can listen to Lil Baby. They can listen to the Migos. They can listen to, Da Baby. They can listen to Lil Uzi. They can listen to Lil Tecca. They can listen to Lil Mosey. They can listen to goddamn Lil TJ. They can listen to Polo G. They don't gotta listen to Pusha T and Future make young nigga music when these niggas done been out for 10. Pusha T's been out for 20 years now, damn near. 20 years he done been in the game. Future done been in the game for 10 years or more. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas is still doing the same shit they was doing when they first came out, bruh. And it makes absolutely no sense. Not only that, but Future specifically, his music even sounds the same. He's rapping on the same beats. He's using the same flow. He's using the same auto-tune pitch. He's rapping about the same subject matters. And yet, when the music is coming out, you still got people out there eating it up as if this is something dope. It's not dope because it's not new. It may sound good as far as the beat and, you know, something that you can listen to in the club or when you in the car. But when you really listen to the lyrics and you listen to what the nigga's saying, he ain't talking about shit, bro. He ain't talking about, he not talking about nothing serious, bro. Nothing serious. And you know what's going to happen? A month is going to go by. 2 months is going to go by. Nobody's going to talk about the album ever again. They're not. They're not. At least with Pusha T, even though he's talking about the same subject matter, at least he's rapping on different types of beats. You don't hear Pusha T rapping on the same instrumentals like on the song Grinding. You don't hear him rapping on those type of beats no more. Nah. Still working with the Neptunes and Pharrell, but the beats have evolved over time. You dig what I'm saying? He's doing features with different artists. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's different. He got Kanye West helping him out with you know, producing the album and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? At least Pusha T, you know, make some adjustments. You dig what I'm saying? But overall, man, I really just wanted to make this video to show you guys, man. You know, this is why artists like Jay-Z and Tupac and you know, Big Sean, J. Cole, Kendrick, Eminem, Joyner Lucas. This is why, even Logic, this is why these artists are solidified. This is why they're always gonna sell albums. They're always gonna sell out on tour. They're always gonna have that hardcore fan base because they're making music that's true to themselves. They're making music that is reflecting what they're really going through in their life. They're not just making music to make shit that you can turn up to and club to. They're not just making shit that they think the young people will like. These artists are making music that they want to make. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think about this video. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. I'm out this bitch.